Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rashi and today I want to show you how to do this smoky eye using only two eyeshadows. Now of course we will be using an eyeliner, pencil and mascara and whatnot. There are many ways to do a smoky eye and often they involve multiple eyeshadows. You're at least looking at 3 to 4 eyeshadows to make sure there is a seamless blend. But today we're only going to use two and I'm going to show you how to make sure that it doesn't look muddy. So first things, you want to make sure you have a black eyeshadow. So I'm just going to be using this one, which is from Kat Von D, but you really use any black eyeshadow that you have. Now for the second eyeshadow color, I want you to pick something that's a little bit warm. So warm browns or peaches or something that has a hint of red to it. Don't use typical dark brown, ashy brown, muddy brown. Don't use any of those shades because what they will do is when they mix with black they will look muddy. But if you've got a bit of warmth in the shadow color, it will help to keep the color a little bit lifted. So this is a shade that I'm going to be using today. This is a deeper orangey brown shade. It's got a lot of warmth to it, but it's not too bright. I just want to quickly show you some of the other shades that you may have already that you can use. Now looking at this palette for example, now there's quite a few shades that you can use. Let's take a look. So you can use something like this here, something like this that's right next to it, something like this one here, and even something like this one. Definitely go for the shade that has a little bit more red, peach or orange to it. Now other shades that are similar is if you look at this Viseart palette, yep, you can go with this bright orange. Absolutely, this will work. You can absolutely go with something like this. This is also will be a stunning shade for this, but don't go for anything that are in these tones because these browns will actually turn your eyeshadow or your smoky eye muddy. I'm going to be using that orangey brown shade. It's very warm tone and this will just help to make sure I don't get a muddy look. Now take a fluffy brush and just go through your crease with that warm brown shade. I'm also using small circular motions as well as back and forth swiping motion to get this across in the crease. Taking on a little bit at a time and just adding that in slowly. Building color slowly will just make sure that your eyeshadow is being nicely blended and you don't have a lot of color that you're then struggling to blend out. I'm also going in the outer V. Just small circular motions just to make sure that it's all blended through. And you can go in as much as you like. If you want to make sure you deepen up that crease more, you can go in with more color. You can even change the color at this point and add in something a little bit darker, but we're going to stick with the medium orangey brown shade. By the way, if you're seeing that orangey look around my lips, that's because I've color corrected. So now I've gone back in and I've actually deepened that shade. I'm using the same color, but I've gone back in for a little bit more. Next brush that I'm using is a shadow brush. This is from Real Techniques. This is quite firm as opposed to the other brush I was using before, which was a lot more fluffy. The firm brush will just make sure to pack on the color, and that's what we want to do with the black shade. With the black, it's really important to start off really, really light, very light press. Then you want to aim that towards your lash line. So always when you're going in with the black, start off with the lash line and then build up. So I've started off really, really light, as you can see that. And as I'm going, I'll be adding in more and more black. So make sure you're doing tapping motions. As you can see what I'm doing, I'm not really swiping this color back and forth. I'm really lightly tapping it across my lid. This is one of the techniques that will help you to make sure that this look doesn't look messy. Black eyeshadows can be very difficult to blend out if you start off really, really strong. So tapping again all over the lid, and now that I've got that all over the lid, I'm going to keep going back into that black and just slowly building up that color. And you can see I am layering that product slowly and slowly. So I've dipped back in at least 5 times to build up this shade. Now the next brush that I've taken in is a blending brush that has got a tapered edge. It's not fluffy like the first brush that we used. It's actually got a tapered end so that it can really fit in your crease and be very precise when it comes to blending. The fluffier brush will just make sure the color is going everywhere, and the tapered edge will just make sure that the part you're blending is just the part you want to blend, which in this case is the crease, is where the black meets the brown. So as you can see, I am going in with your wiper motion back and forth across that crease. Now I'm going to be doing this for a couple of cycles where I'm going to go in with some of the black and then go back in with that blending brush and blend across the crease. And you will see me do this. And now that color black is becoming a lot more intense. And you can keep this eye a lighter black, or you can make it as strong as you want. That's up to you. Okay, so I've increased the intensity of the black. Now I'm going in with that tapered blending brush and just blending out the edges. And same thing, back and forth, back and forth. You can also go into small circular motions on the side to blend out the outer V. I'm just picking up a little bit more color, the orangey brown shade there. Not too much, just a little bit. And I'm just going to go into that crease to help the black blend out a little bit more. Now I'm taking an eye smudging brush. It's like a pencil eye brush for the lower lash line. I'm going to go back in with that original shade we used, the brown orangey shade. And we're going to use that for our lower lash line. Just making sure to connect that orangey shade in the lower lash line in a V form to the crease shade. Then we're going to go back in with our shader brush, the one we used the black eyeshadow with, and then we're just going to pick up a little bit of the black eyeshadow and run that in the lower lash line. And again, with this look, you can choose to go as darker or keep it as light as you like. So I'm just slowly, same thing goes, I'm slowly dipping into the black and just darkening up that lower lash line. So now I'm just touching up for my eyeshadow, just to seeing if there are any areas that I want to add a little bit more intensity with that black. And that's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to go with an eye pencil. Again, you can pick any eye pencil that you have. And the idea of this is just darkening up the lash line. So you want to go in and just pop that eye pencil through your upper lash line. I'm kind of struggling there because I normally do this when I'm looking in the mirror straight on. So looking sideways, it's a little bit difficult. And you can be a little bit messy with it just because the black eyeshadow is so dark. It's probably not going to be that noticeable when you add this in. But what this does is just adds another layer of darkness to your lower lash line, and it pulls the look together. So any type of liner, if you've got something even that's a kajal liner, go for it. The darker you can make the lash line, the better this look will look. Now we're going to take the same liner and run that through in the lower lash line as well, and then we're going to go in with the same shader brush just to smudge it out. Okay, now I'm going to take a different type of, this is a Kajal ink artist from Shiseido. This is an excellent liner. It's very pigmented, very dark and very creamy. This is also waterproof, so it absolutely lasts through your inner lash line. So you just want to make sure you're tight lining with something waterproof, and this will really help to give your lash line a really dark and intense look. I love this product. This is amazing for the waterline. Okay, now we're going to go with a shade just as a brow bone highlight. I'm just going with a light shade that's matte because I don't want my brow bone highlight to look glittery for this look. I want all that focus to be on the smoky eye. Now I'm just taking a tissue paper to wipe under my eye, just a very gentle one. This just to show if there's any fallout, where there's barely any, then you wipe that away before you pop your concealer on. This is the final look. I'll just pop in a bit closer. You can have a look at my eyes and further back. So all I've done is added a bit of mascara to this, and of course put the rest of my foundation, my concealer. What I've got is just the rest of my face on. Now I love this smoky eye. This is absolutely super easy. You don't have to worry about, oh, what color schemes do I need? No, you only need two eyeshadows, a black one and a warm brown / peachy one. And just keep an eye out on that blending. Make sure you're not vigorously blending, just be gentle, slowly build the color. Now if you add too much black far too quickly, that can be a hard one to blend out. So patting gently, very slowly. So before we close off today, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind. So last year I did some belly dancing classes, and part of that, and I met this really amazing person. We were just having a chat after one of our classes, and she mentioned to me how she goes to the gym at 4 a.m. in the mornings because she's very self-conscious about her body. And I was speechless. I kind of just stood there and thought, wow, I didn't know what to say. And this is something that, even though this happened last year, it often comes to the front of my mind because I really should have said something, but I didn't. Besides the fact that she was beautiful, let's not even take that into account. The fact that she got up so early in the morning for the purposes of working out, but the idea of working out when there were other people in the gym was too confronting. So what I want to know from you guys is, how do you feel about this? What do you think you would have said that you think would have made a difference? Well, that's it for me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you can see when my new videos come up. See ya!